We did
Good job, guys.
Everybody
Full commit.
Okay, well, we're going to commit to this because today many designers are taking a cue from nature by incorporating palm trees into their prints. They're doing all over, and they really cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
I've seen them in the stores. They're like a lot of money. But you're going to do it for like nothing.
Well, there's the Biebs. I mean, look at
come on.
Keith Richards. This is something that a lot of celebrities, Olivia Wilde, we also have Kourtney Kardashian, all wearing this particular bomber jacket, which is done by YSL. This is the one that I saw that inspired me, the sort of silhouette print that I thought we could recreate. And it's a huge trend. Sort of botanical, tropical prints have been huge, and the palm tree is kind of the standout.
Love the jacket you're wearing. Look at that.
Okay, so this was really painted, you guys. I did it in about an hour, and I'm going to show you. There's a couple different styles that you can do, and I'm going to use this little whiteboard over here as a demo, because what I would recommend doing is when you guys start to play with this, you want to sketch it to get like comfortable with it. Do it like 10 or 12 times until it's really comfortable. That way, then when you paint, you're set.
There'll be questions following.
Yes, the Q&A will be following. So what you're going to do is just a straight line. That is your stem. Now, it basically is a line down on either side, and now a slightly longer line down on either side. Now, slightly longer, and then you get small again.
You lost me.
No, you didn't, Mark.
So when you're painting, this is like your skeleton. This is the basic shape of it. Now, you can create those lines like this when you're actually filling it in and painting it. You're going to create these little like round triangle shapes. Christina, if you can create the one with the branches.
Okay.
Christina did a version of this that's another way of doing it.
She's so good at this.
She is, of course. She's super artistic. Now, I'm going to do a jacket that is kind of like that famous street in California that has the palm trees on both sides. To create that look, all it is two small ones, then you get bigger, then you get bigger, then you get bigger, and then that's your palm tree.
Yeah.
Okay, so
art drawing there.
yes, so this is that style.
It's called perspective.
Mr. Jackson, on your shirt, if you wouldn't mind, I want you to do this. We're gonna do the classic crisscross palm tree on a pocket as a cool men's version. So to do that, crisscross, and then you're gonna do your palm tree here. So this will be your palm tree. Okay. So I'll have you practice on yours. I'm gonna work on mine.
Okay.
And this, what Christina's doing, is another version. Instead of using the skeleton and then creating those triangles, you make the little branches.
And real quick, what was the direction of the third line she drew?
Vertical.
17, so.
Yeah.
Just checking.
It's called what?
It was a half moon.
Perspective. That's called perspective. I'm gonna keep saying it till.
So now what you do is if you can see, I've done it really lightly, but I've used a crayon here and just to create my lines. So now you always start with your lines first. I'm gonna go in, I decided to do a really bright color. And this is where you don't need to be really clean about it. That's why you wanna have those lines so that now you can be free to not be so perfect.
And is this paint that will stay on when you wash it? Like,
Yes,
okay.
yes. Okay, so this is called Jacquard fabric paint. This is my absolute favorite fabric paint because whether you wash it 1 time or 70 times, it stays vibrant, vibrant, strong. It never fades. You just have to heat set it. So what you would do is, once it's dry, you take an iron for about 30 seconds. You put a protective coat, like a piece of linen or a thin cloth on top of it, and then heat set it. And it will heat set and get really soft, and then it will be forever machine washable.
Orly, what is it about the palm tree, though, that has captured the designer's attention?
It's like anything, Mark. It's just sort of like, one brand does it, it becomes cool, and it's just sort of something everyone
It's so
wants.
iconic, too. I mean,
It is, especially
It
when you're
reminds you
in...
of vacation. That's why when you think of palm trees, you think of vacation.
Yeah.
You think of pineapples. You know what I mean? Coconuts.
So,
Yeah.
Mr. Jackson, that
Wow,
looks beautiful.
look at you.
Now you can get in there with your paint.
Wow,
Here,
yours is
I'm going to give you a black paint. Just dip it in there with your paintbrush and go over it.
Oh my God.
Now, so I'm going to do mine, and I'm going to make mine kind of messy as just another version for you guys to see. So you can kind of just go like this.
Okay.
So if you can see, you know those, there's like those branchy ones that aren't the long sort of Florida-looking ones. They're like those bushy ones.
I'm very impressed with Christina and Tito right now.
I know.
Christina, do you remember Christina's, the handbag that we made
Yes.
with the
Yeah.
red boots. I mean, that's like
I wear that
she's a
everywhere.
great artist.
Christina today.
Melissa, how attached are you to this dress?
Are we gonna paint Melissa's
I would
dress?
pay you money if you would do that right now.
Really? Are you really gonna do it?
Let's paint Melissa's dress. There you go. Just
You look really good with a couple of
I feel
palm
like
trees.
Derek's shirt is a little more inexpensive.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to take Christina's
Thank
home
you,
treatment
Melissa.
because
Yeah.
that is amazing.
Isn't
Look
that
at that.
so beautiful? And so once you do it, what she's done really well is she's using multiple colors. So you can do all solid colors like this, or you can get in there and use the whites to create shadows and shapes. And that is entirely up to you. One thing with fabric paint, just a sort of a little note, is that you're not gonna have as many colors. So use your whites and use your blacks to mix and create custom colors because they don't come in that wide a variety like acrylic paints.
Do we want to put a cardboard underneath? Do we want to separate between
Yes.
front and back?
Yes. So what I've done is I have that here. It's like a little felt that I've used. That was actually because this fabric is kind of slippery and I needed some traction. But you would also want to do that, put just a little something in between. In my
Okay.
jacket, it bled through a little bit, but it's
Oh, it
the
did?
lining. Like it's, what is, I mean, who cares,
Yeah,
right? That doesn't
yeah.
really matter. But just to be safe, if it's a thin fabric, you'll want to do that for sure.
Wow.
But this is it. It's really kind of freehand, and you want to just focus on the silhouette look of it because from far away, it gives you that perspective. You know, if you're doing a really large one, that's when something like this.
What did they spend on those? The ones that you showed?
YSL ones are like in the thousands. They're really.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
This was $4.38, by the way.
Wow.
Oh, well, I'm going with that. I'm going with that one. You want to direct me,
Yeah.
you can go to our picture
Messiness is kind
Voila.
And this is so chic. And I love how you paired it with your. Look
I
at that.
know.
Look at that.
Mr.
That's
Jackson,
amazing.
sir.